if necessary to replenish warehouse, we need to form a replenishment act. I made the page items in warehouse screenshot of the balance of scaffolding components that will be replenished. The replenishment of the warehouse with scaffolding components starts by forming it through the drop-down section Administration in the left-hand menu by selecting the section Plus Items Purchases. The Scaffolding Components Replenishment Act Formation page opens. On this page, we can see the act number, date, select components replenishment quantities, and after calculation, form the replenishment act. Also from this page, by pressing the button plus/minus warehouse, we can go to the page of the list of write-off and replenishment acts operations. In the replenishment act number field, the program enters 1 if there were no replenishment acts on the current day, and in the case if replenishment acts have already been formed on the current day, then the number following the highest replenishment act already exists on that day. This field can be edited, but program checks that it does not remain empty and is a number. In case of discrepancies, the act formation and displays a message with the relevant information. In the date field, the program enters the current date. This field can be edited, but the program checks that it does not remain empty and a date is entered in it. The program also checks that the combination of the act number and date is unique in the program. That is, it does not allow a second replenishment act of the same day and number to be recorded. In case of discrepancies, the program stops the act formation and displays a message with the relevant information. In the table containing a list of all scaffolding components in the accounting, in the column Replenish PCS, we need to select the quantities of scaffolding components that will be replenished. When the page opens, the replenish quantity of all components in this column is set to 0. The quantities are selected from drop-down list containing integers from 0 to 1000. If the button Form document is clicked after leaving the quantities of all components at 0, the program stops the act formation and displays a message with the relevant information. When entering quantities, we can use a filter based on the component title. For example, in appropriate box, we start entering the title, and only components with corresponding text in their titles remains in the list. In this way, after filtering, we enter the required quantity of the relevant component, and then, in order to see other components, we remove the text from the filter box. When we finish entering quantities, we can still view the list of components with non-zero quantities by pressing the Review button. If we notice that we still need to add a component that is not in this list, we press the All button and select that component and select its quantity. If no more components need to be replenished, we press the Calculate button. If all selected or entered data meet the requirements, then by pressing the Form Document button, an Excel format replenishment file is formed. By opening the list of write-off and replenishments via the Warehouse ± button, we will see that this list already contains the main data of just format replenishment. By opening the list of scaffolding components via the Items in Warehouse sections on the left-hand menu, we will see that quantities or the corresponding components in the total PCS, in Warehouse PCS, and Free PCS columns have increased in this list.